Welcome back to day 30 of Affirmation Art Journaling, the last day. But remember, you can go back anytime and rewatch them as they will be up on my YouTube channel. Today's affirmation is, I am loved, I am brave, I am inspired, I am good enough. And this is always a really, really, really good thing to remember. And as usual, I love to end my series with a black and white page. So, obviously, black and white, but I'm putting a little parchment, or if you have unbleached titanium, and maybe a little bit of yellow ochre or yellow oxide. So, I am just starting the page with the China marker and just putting that energy from this affirmation in there because it is extremely powerful. And yes, we are enough. We just need to just keep on going, keep on being positive about our lives and about our art. So yes, that is the loveliest gray. And I know I can just mix the black and white and to get gray, and also add different types of grays. You can do cool grays, just like you can with whites. But I'm just keeping it really, really simple, and just took out every black and white piece of collage that I had, and of course taking out those colorful ones. They were just in the bottom of the pile and I didn't see them. And there's that piece of parchment tracing paper with the beige stripes. I don't think I end up using it, but I end up using some deli paper with, I don't even remember now how I put those squares on there. I know. I dabbed the brayer with black before, and then just rolled it along and got all these really neat shapes. And you can make these with old rolling pins, and it's just endless. So I thought I would just activate the page with some more black marks, and I can't wait to get going and making my mark making tools out of brushes, sticks, and anything that I might find in nature in the backyard or around the house. So I'll be showing the Facebook group, sharing those with you coming up soon, and of course my new series, 3 paintings, the journey of 3 paintings, and I know I've been talking about that, but I am starting those today. I'm also finishing up with my shop, and the link will be, and I notice it's down too far in the comments. I'm putting it up right under, or maybe right side by side with the Facebook group link, right under the arrows where it says more information. And this is all a learning process, having a YouTube channel, learning how to get my voice, get my art out there. And it's been a really fun challenge. As you can see, just getting all my pieces ready. And I just place them to think. And I don't end up putting that piece of, what did we call it again? It's right on the tip of my tongue again. I'll remember it in the next few minutes. And going to go find some more of the origami. That's it, the origami papers. And I'm not liking the bright fluorescent colors. I like more natural colors, so we'll see what they have. And just anything that feels right. I know this felt right because it was lighter, and I really like the combination. This is just on some thicker drawing paper, the big sheets. What do we call those? We have them for students. Pen with graphite, and that's the fluid graphite, and it dries and it does smudge slightly, but I really like that because it's so soft. This again is rolled ink, or just a lot more fluid black on the newsprint paper. And notice I'm just lining up those lines. And now, instead of having color fields, I'm going for a grid. And there are some real amazing artists that I have been following for a long, long time. And she creates just many, many grids and fills them with these little worlds that, these windows into things that relate, and then other worlds and objects are overlapping into other areas, into other parts of grids. A lot of the time, maybe the similar size or rectangular, but really loving this. And this was not planned. Believe you me, I did not plan on making a grid. It just happened, and that's the thing that I love the most. Going in with a simple intention, I just wanted black and white. I had all those collage papers, and then it came to mind. I said, oh, let's do a grid. And I'm noticing I'm comfortable building from the bottom up, but this may not always remain the same. This can change. I love this striped piece of collage, but it's just too loud for this particular page. And really liking, that's a yellow ochre. Printed with the jelly plate printer after marking it with the wedges that I have, the tooth wedge. Really have to keep a handle of my product names when I'm doing my videos. Anyway, I've mentioned them before, and the name will come to me before the video ends. So mixing the beautiful parchment with gray, knowing that I wanted it gray going lighter as you go up to the top. And then I didn't want a stark white. I wanted a parchment, and then of course forgot to rinse my brush off. I'm really liking the small one here, so I'm going to get a couple so I can switch from brush to brush without having to rinse them off. Catalyst wedge, the Catalyst products. And don't forget, you can go to the kitchen store and a bowl scraper. I am just, every time I go to look for one, they're sold out, because the bowl scraper has a longer edge and I think it's sharper. So I think I could do more with that. So if any of you have used kitchen appliances, old ones, leave a comment, because that's so cool. And I love how everybody's been leaving comments, especially about this series and about using flowers, dried flowers, of course, because they're flattened and they have to, you need to do this. I guess I believe so. I don't know. I think artists have used anything. And there's the piece of deli paper. And that was, what did I do? How did I make those marks? Yeah. I'm not sure I put it in. It's a little busy. So I put in, yes, you see, that one works because there's more quiet space. There's more white in amongst the shapes. Isn't that interesting? The thing that I love is to start understanding why things are working. And yes. So then now you're bringing the line down so it follows along and catches another line from another shape, goes across, horizontally and vertically. And I love how it shows those marks underneath. Oh, nice. Now, possibly if I had little circles on that, it would have been really cool too. And because they're not in a horizontal line like I'm used to using. Now that's pretty bold there. So I realize that I need to take down the, whoa, just too much. Too much of a big dot staring at you. Now that would work, but it works down there in that corner, and that's where it's going. And I end up using the gray Posca marker, which is such a beautiful mid-tone gray. That would work. Sort of works. It's just too busy. Yes. So, a negative. And then what I end up doing is putting a little darker gray in there just to lessen the contrast, and some lime, because I know you're going to see that. Knowing and understanding why different pieces work and why we're putting them in is very helpful. So that's a little crooked on the edge, so I'm just trying to straighten it out because I didn't want to have to take too much off with the X-Acto knife. And it's sort of wrinkling up there, and that edge is quite delicate, so I'm just trying to flatten it down. And yeah, I think I end up trimming, not really, I think it goes on pretty straight there. And thinking, okay, some pattern. I'm using gray because of the beautiful gray of the pattern next to it on the right. Could have used some flower or plant shapes now that I think of it. And I have plants now on my mind, and I'm really looking forward, as I said to, and I forget your name, I'm terribly sorry, subscriber who was talking about utilizing her whole backyard. And we have these things in our backyard. I'm first going to use them for mark making tools like the stiffer grasses. I also am very lucky to have sweetgrass all along my shore. I am on the water, and very thankful to be. And there's that only little piece of that very bold writing because it's tiny, and I guess that's why it's working there. Loving this parchment and gray. And I love that. I always love to put an even. So I go even with the dots, odd with the other things. It's really interesting. And things are building up into this grid very interestingly. And that's what it needed. It needed some dark. And then now that dark is helping pop everything else out. Now I know it's right in the middle. May not be, the best. But so I'm adding a little bit more down below. And but it's good enough for now. Yes. Putting a little of the parchment. Now it doesn't show up here, but it really does add a nice difference to those closed circles. Thinking of lessening, pushing back this pattern, but I'm really liking it. Probably another way that I could have used, hindsight of course, is put a little bit of the white, maybe combine the white and parchment just to warm up the white a little bit, and just push back those black organic shapes a little bit more. And but I end up doing this instead, cleaning up the edge, and then using, I thought, now what can I do on top to bring more light, since the lightness of that big rectilinear is use the cardboard. And I love this unplanned, either vertical or horizontal. I like to use them horizontally and see how it just pushes that back, and it's not so sticking out so much. It's not so overpowering. Sorry, trying to use the proper terms here. Now I notice that the eye sort of goes off, up, and doesn't come back around. So I'm just needing just a nice thin black line. you could have used, I could have used, sorry, a piece of collage, thin, nice, solid black strip, which would have had a nice crisp edge that may have worked better, but this is okay. And then I find that wonderful piece of gray with just a little bit of red, hardly any color on it at all. And it's just enough to grab the eye and just send that other pattern back, but it still might be better to put a thin layer of neutral over those black organic squares. And this one came quite quickly, and love it, especially for being the last one. So I really hope you have all enjoyed this 30-day series of affirmation art journaling, and I know I have. Please put a comment in, and don't forget to like and subscribe, as I am trying to grow this channel and make more and share more with you. And oh, I see. It tore a little bit. So, just finishing up this page. The reveal, not bad. The tape came off fairly well. It depends how over the edge I go with the collage papers. And yes, I have the Facebook group. My shop link is in there, even though it's below the description. I do realize I really need to move those up more so you can see them right away. I will be putting all 30 of these in my shop as different products, journals, zipper pouches, tote bags, even maybe some prints, and what else? Oh, phone cases, all of those kinds of things. The list will be there, and you can find my shop as well through my Instagram bio. And here we go. So this was an amazing journey. I loved sharing it with all of you, and thank you for watching. And I will see you all in the next video.